All right, check this out. Imagine your girlfriend dumps you, and then your entire family business goes bankrupt on the same day. Our boy went from rich kid to drowning in debt. Talk about a total nightmare. But listen to this. He immediately unlocks a tycoon system that gives him double the cash back for every dollar he spends on women. For others, it's spending. For our boy, it's investing. But this glory was a ghost of the past. Our tale reveals. Shun Yuan was once the campus idol. Alas, his junior year saw the family empire crumble. 3 travel agencies bankrupt, buried in millions of debt. Overnight, from cloud to mud. Former friends vanished, leaving only mockery in a dim internet cafe. Misfortune never comes alone. Broke and on the street, he runs into his girlfriend, Zhou Wanting. Her face is ice. Let's break up. I hope you find someone better. 3 years of love, torn like paper. Shin Yuan stood frozen, thunderstruck. Fortune gone, love lost, at rock bottom. But Shin Yuan showed no anger. Calm, he mocked, fine. But that bag I gave you, return it. Zhou Wanting raged at his shamelessness. He only smiled, cryptic. Why not rekindle old flames? Leaving her to scream, go to hell, behind him. What game was he playing? A plan was already in motion. A driver waited, murmuring, Ting is a good girl. Shin Yuan hid his irritation. He put Zhou Wanting in the car, then stood alone, gaze sharpening. A real man must give his woman the best. A vow, or the first spark of a great ambition. On the street, a brother lewdly mocked Zhou Wanting's private habits. Shin Yuan listened, then laughed, waving it away. None of my business. I hope you have a perfect life. The words hung in the air. Then light erupted. A voice boomed in his mind. Perfect life system, initiating load. His fate, rewritten in an instant. Shin Yuan dismissed it as hallucination. Visions be gone. The system interface remained. A task appeared. Spend money on women. Raise their affection. As he reeled, a gentle voice called, Shin Yuan. It was Professor Li, offering comfort. Breakups aren't the end. The system flashed. Li Xiao, affection 65. Professor Li, mistaking his shock for heartbreak, offered gentle care and scholarship advice. Shin Yuan declined, but his mind raced. As she left, the system renewed its task. Time spending on women yields triple refund. If their affection exceeds 60, double the multiplier. A glint lit Shin Yuan's eyes. Opportunity. He acted fast, buying her milk tea. She accepted with a smile. Payment. 6 yuan, balance 81. His phone buzzed. Plus 18 yuan, balance 99. Shin Yuan's heart hammered. The multiplier refund. It's real. A daring plan formed. This would be his ladder back to the top. But capital was short. Shin Yuan schemed, deciding on a bold gamble. He scraped together loans, amassing 50,000. Target, Professor Li. He bought a 39,800 yuan designer bag, then deliberately damaged the box, tossing it near a trash can. He needed her to find this fake. She invited him to stay for dinner, but his mind was elsewhere. The system interface flashed gold. Beep. Spend 39,800 yuan. Triple refund triggered. Target affection greater than 60. Multiplier doubled. Refund. 119,400 yuan. Shin Yuan suppressed his elation, calculating 80,000 profit from one bag. The path is open. In the kitchen, the air grew warm. Shin Yuan offered to help, tying her apron. Professor Li blushed, but didn't refuse. Just as a subtle tension grew, bang, the door flew open. A woman in red stormed in, eyes blazing. What the heck are you doing? It was the professor's sister, Li Ming. Her gaze was a blade, slicing between them. Shin Yuan broke into a cold sweat, forcing calm. We weren't doing anything. Li Ming sneered, delivering the verdict. Sis, he's up to no good. A cozy dinner had become a battlefield. Shin Yuan's perfect plan hit its first snag. On campus, Shin Yuan pondered his next target. Professor Li is just a teacher. Zhou Wanting only wants money. Neither is ideal. Suddenly, his roommate Huang charged over, face ashen. Brother Yuan, my god is Fong Minhui went to the movies with that damn Li Jianping. Shin Yuan's brow arched. Campus belle Fong Minhui? Another opportunity delivered. Following Huang's frantic point, he saw 2 women walking together. One had flowing hair, a cool elegance. Fong Minhui. Shin Yuan meant to mock Huang's infatuation. But the moment her gaze swept back, meeting his heart stalled. The system blared. Fong Minhui. Affection 72. A jolt, sharp and new, struck him deep. Our tale continues, leaving Shin Yuan's stirred heart for a moment. On campus, gossip spreads like wildfire. 2 girls chat, scoffing at Shin Yuan's breakup. Fallen from grace, yet still so arrogant. Serves him right. Being with him would be a waste of youth. Little did they know, The Shen Yuan of today was a different beast entirely. Shen Yuan watched the system, aghast, as Fong Minhui's affection score plummeted from 72. Agitated, he turned to Huang. If I were with Fong Minhui, would you mind? Huang mocked his delusion. Undeterred, Shen Yuan made his choice. By the roadside, he raised his voice, classmate Minhui. A thunderclap on a clear day. Fong Minhui and her friend halted, startled. Shen Yuan strode forward, composure intact. Classmate Minhui, are you free tomorrow? I'd like to invite you to dinner. At Xing Sushi. Afterward, I'd value your help choosing a birthday gift for my sister. The words were polite, yet charged with intent. Thus the next day, an upscale sushi bar. Shen Yuan sat across from Fong Minhui. Delicate dishes between them. Minhui spoke softly. Shen Yuan, I heard about your family. You needn't spend so much. She was perceptive, seeing through him. Shen Yuan's heartbeat quickened, but his smile was calm. It's fine. Taking you out has always been my wish. Beneath this date born of system and refund, a treacherous current of true and false feelings began to swirl. Shen Yuan reminisced about their shared past, training days and late-night talks. The golden-haired beauty blushed deeply, her heart's hidden number rising as she listened, a wave of tender shyness washing over her. Under the neon city lights, Shen Yuan made his move. He paid the exorbitant dinner bill without flinching. The system chimed instantly, triple cashback granted, 10,000 yuan in a heartbeat. He recalled his stingy, rich classmate with disdain, while she, the beauty, found her heart racing at his boldness. Maybe it's the money's magic after all, she mused silently. Fate, or perhaps them all, brings enemies together. Shen Yuan, shopping with his new flame for his sister, crashes into his ex, Zhou wanting, and her new man. The bespectacled suitor, seeing the penniless Shen Yuan now in good company, burns with bitter jealousy. Swallowing his rage, he drags his date away, leaving behind a smoldering glare. Suddenly, the bespectacled man returns to hurl insults at a woman for pretending to be wealthy. A red-haired woman intervenes. Seeing this, Shen Yuan steps forward, cradling his little sister. With a cold gaze, he exposes the woman's true, bankrupted state and rebukes the meddler. And the system, sensing the rising tension, flashes a new timed quest. Harness this very negativity for profit. A task at hand, a plan in mind. Shen Yuan smirks and enters the luxury boutique with his golden-haired companion. Inside, the bespectacled clerk quarrels with his female boss, refusing to serve a bankrupt former rich man. Little do they know, the guest about to walk through the door is Shen Yuan, and he arrives with the system's power in his pocket. The drama unfolds. Zhou wanting pressures her new beau to pay for a 100,000 yuan accessory set. The man pales, his wallet screaming. Shen Yuan, seeing an opportunity, steps forward with icy calm. Those 2 bags, he declares to the clerk, and the recommended accessories. I'll take them all. The shop holds its breath. 131,000 yuan, the clerk stammers. Unfazed, Shen Yuan swipes his card. A beep echoes. He explains with cool detachment. It's money from a previous refund. The sheer audacity of his spend silences all murmurs of doubt. Humiliated, the bespectacled man lashes out. You used a loan, didn't you? Shen Yuan merely smirks. The man twists the knife. That Audi of yours cost a fortune. Surely another 20,000 is nothing. Shen Yuan's secret stings. The Audi was also bought with debt. Then, a phone call exposes the man as a powerless underling in his own company. Face white with shame, he flees. Shen Yuan smiles to himself. Asterisk negative emotion points, target reached. Asterisk. With the storm past, Shen Yuan presents his younger sister, Shen Hui, with one lavish shopping bag, a gesture of compensation. She hesitates, but he insists. Then the other bag emerges. Both are for you. A show of sibling affection? Perhaps. But his true calculus runs deep. The frugal eldest sister would scold him, while this way, he wins his sister's gratitude and sets the stage for the system's inevitable return. Under the soft night, Shen Hui hesitates. Shen Yuan gently takes her hand. This is just the beginning. We have time. Before she can reply, a golden flash of light erupts. The system declares, time-limited quest complete. A staggering refund of 786,000 yuan floods his account. The legend of his comeback has truly begun. Back to campus. Shen Yuan walks the halls with Min Hui, his money tree requiring careful tending. He suggests returning to study, letting things flow. Min Hui's mind whirls, comparing Shen Yuan to the flashy Li Jianping. Meanwhile, at the boys' dorm stairwell, figures gather, a new storm brewing. The dorm corridor roars with smug celebration. Li Jianpeng, victorious after beating Shen Yuan's crew, struts, demanding a lavish victory party. Inside Shen Yuan's room, gloom hangs heavy. A roommate delivers the crushing blow. Minhui watched a movie with Li Jianpeng last night. She turned down our invite today. Shen Yuan falls silent. Then, slowly, he picks up his phone, checking the bank balance. Shen Yuan returns home. His uncle, Yao De, greets him with a warm smile. But his aunt intervenes sharply. The adults are talking business. In a blink, his uncle's expression hardens. He demands immediate repayment of a 200,000 yuan debt. Before Shen Yuan can respond, his aunt explodes, reminding her husband how he once borrowed 300,000 from Shen Yuan to start a business, accusing Shen Yuan of ingratitude. The family feud erupts. The aunt proposes selling her gold to pay the debt. Her husband urges caution. "We clear our house's debts first," she cries. Amidst this chaos, a golden light explodes before Shen Yuan. The system flashes a timed quest: repay family debts. First 200,000 repaid yields a special 1 million yuan car bonus. Shen Yuan's eyes gleam with purpose. The timing is perfect. Shen Yuan discovers his mother's hidden jewelry box, a stark reminder of a stolen ring he once sold for a bag. Guilt crushes him. He jumps to his feet. "I have the money." His parents dismiss it as madness. Then, bing, a crisp bank notification from his phone. A 200,000 yuan transfer lands in their account. Early crypto investment, he states calmly. Just cashed out. His parents stare, utterly stunned. The debt is cleared. Gratitude flickers briefly on his uncle's face. But then, his aunt's expression twists. She urges him to leave quickly, her words cold and dismissive. Yaudi is shocked. What they don't know is his true purpose for visiting: to collect on a staggering debt approaching 100 million yuan from another branch of the family. Seeing it settled in an instant, suspicion sets his mind reeling. Walking the alley alone, Shen Yuan's mind is crystal clear. The system showers him with more rewards. 1.4 million added to his account. A plan forms instantly. He'll give his father a modest 200,000 for immediate relief. The rest? That's the war chest for his grand comeback. Back on campus, the persistent, bespectacled man accosts him again, this time demanding 50,000. Shen Yuan watches coldly. The man's entitled demand mirrors his own father's past refusals perfectly. Genetics, he muses wryly, is fascinating. A sharp voice cuts through his thoughts. "Teacher, he's back." It's Li Meng, beaming as she invites him to dinner. Just as Shen Yuan starts to consider, a whirlwind in a ponytail, the teacher's younger sister, his self-proclaimed nemesis, bursts forth. "He's a wolf," she warns Li Meng. Shen Yuan panics, stammers an excuse, and flees. Li Meng watches him go, her heart fluttering. So hot. Composed, Shen Yuan remembers the million yuan car fund. A gift from the system shouldn't be ignored. He texts Min Hui. "Help me pick a ride this afternoon." In a clothing boutique, Min Hui's friend sees right through it, teasing about a non-dorm night. "Min Hui Blushkrimson. We're not together yet," she protests. The final quip. Shen Yuan's sister is next, strikes her like lightning, a dizzying mix of thrill and panic. The tangled web of affections pulls ever tighter. Shen Yuan and Min Hui stepped into the gleaming dealership, only to be met by a face from the past. It was Qin Yang, an old flame of Min Hui's. His eyes lit up at the sight of her, but when they fell on Shen Yuan, his smile turned cold, laced with disdain. Qin Yang found excuses, refusing a test drive. Shen Yuan brushed him off. "Fine. Find me someone who actually wants to make a sale." Out stepped Chen Na, a sharp-eyed sales consultant. Qin Yang scoffed in the background. A student test driving an M9? Ridiculous. After a brief, professional test drive, Shen Yuan leaned back in the passenger seat. His verdict was swift. "I'll take it." Chen Na was skeptical, until the words "full cash payment" were uttered. Realization dawned, and with it, bitter regret. Outside, Min Hui tugged Shen Yuan's sleeve gently. "You and that saleswoman, you seem to get along very well." Shen Yuan simply smiled, taking her hand. "Don't overthink it. Come, let's eat. Then we'll find you something nice to wear." Under the city lights, Shen Yuan's phone buzzed. The system's refund hit his account, vaulting him into the Millionaires Club. He turned to Min Hui. "Let's not go back to the dorm tonight." Half an hour later, in a grand magnate hotel suite, the shower ran. Min Hui lay on the bed, cheeks flushed, texting her frantic roommate a simple, white lie. Shen Yuan emerged, towel around his waist. He leaned close, his voice a low murmur. "Hui Hui, are you ready?" Another half hour passed. Shen Yuan lay breathless. Ive Gronvik, he muttered. But Min Huey's eyes glimmered in the low light as she drew closer. Xin Yuan, let's go again. The next day, back at the dorm, Xin Yuan's phone lit up first with a bank balance, boasting millions. Then his class chat exploded. Li Yuhang, the rich young master, was hosting a lavish dinner. Right on cue, the system presented a golden opportunity. A $1,000,000 investment, doubled in a week. Xin Yuan's eyes sharpened. This dinner may be worth attending after all. At the Nanjing restaurant's Dragon private room, Li Yuhang and his crew were waiting. The door opened, and Xin Yuan entered. A wave of surprise washed over the table. Ling Guangyao was the first to strike. Running late? Shun? Did your DD driver get lost? The mockery was thick in the air. After the meal, Li Yuhang set down his wine glass, his true purpose revealed. Friends, I'm renovating my bar. I need 700,000 in investment. Any takers? Silence. The friends who once flocked to him now avoided his gaze. Li Yuhang's heart sank. Xin Yuan watched the cold spectacle. He stood. Our paths diverge. If you want to play, Li, play alone. I'm leaving. At the door, he paused. Without turning, his voice, quiet yet clear, cut through the room. 700,000. I'll invest it.